Hey guys, before we get into our regular scheduled programming, I wanted to mention to you all that we had a slight hiccup in one of our recording sessions recently where about four of the videos we recorded for reactions have been somewhat messy in terms of the recording. So you might notice our characters kind of having a low frame rate at times, or the video not quite synced up right. I've done my best in editing to fix it, but I just want to let you all guys know next four or so are going to be kind of iffy, but we still really enjoyed ourselves recording them and we didn't want to throw them away. So we hope you enjoy the recording still, guys, and we will catch you in the next reactions and enjoy.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Moans and Bones reaction. I am Una the Moans, and this is
Othaya the Bones. And what are we reacting to today, Una?
Yeah, today we'll be reacting to Caitlin Doughty's, I believe.
Yep.
Let's visit the churches made of human skulls.
Oh, churches made from skulls. Sounds like the place for me.
Get to see
as long as
exactly
my
your
skull's not added
brethren.
to them.
Your brethren have been stacked here to make a glory.
Well, and architecture is really interesting anyway, right? Like, maybe this is what inspired From Software to make so many creepy skull-based places.
There's one place I know like this, but I'm not entirely sure if it's where I think. We'll have to see.
All right. Well, are you ready to get going into it?
Yeah.
All right. And leave a like, subscribe, and comment below if you have visited any cool places or cool architecture-based place. It doesn't have to necessarily be a church or anything. Just any place that you were fond of that's like architecture related. Would love to hear your stories. And let's get going. Cool. Bird cause. Wait, hold on one second. Ooh, northern Portugal. I actually really would like to go to Portugal.
Dead body.
That's cool.
Cemeteries like this make things a little complicated. On the one hand, I still want to go directly into the earth, or to be eaten by animals, to treat myself as organic material and to rot. But on the other hand, wouldn't it be lovely to be put into one of these 19th century mausoleums? It's the only way I'll ever own property.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Cemeteries are the place we come to face and interact with our own mortality. But have you ever thought, what's the next level? Like, what if they just showed me all the bones? Maybe just like a wall of bones. Lucky for you, my friend, we're about to go on a little field trip.
Hell yeah. Field trip is best day.
I'm taking the train to southern Portugal, hopefully to visit 4 charnel houses in Évora, Campomayor, Alcantarilla,
I would love to go to Portugal.
I say hopefully because the charnel in Campomayor is closed for renovations. We've been trying to bribe the priest to let us in for like 2 weeks now. Not my proudest moment.
Oh, what is a charnel house?
What is a charnel house?
What is a charnel house?
What is a charnel house? In Europe, in the Middle Ages, it was quite the fashion to be buried at your local church. Perhaps under the floorboards, in the walls, in the churchyard outside.
My.
Of course, that meant you had a lot
See,
of
I get it, but like that's a little too much.
What? You don't want to be part of the bell structure?
Church.
The Middle Ages were magic.
During times of plague or disaster,
yeah, they were
you
magic,
might need to bury
alright.
hundreds of new
Magically
bodies
horrifying.
At once. But where were all the old burials supposed to go? Enter the bone house, the carnarium. This word became charnel in English, or ossuary from the Latin os, or bone. A blessed house,
ossuary.
A
Okay,
small
I know that
chapel
one.
for a whole lot of bones. Yes, it was a storeroom, but it was still close to the holy place, and the monks might even go there to meditate on the impermanence of human life. But the charnel houses we're going to visit aren't stacks of bones at the back of the churchyard. In the 17th and 18th century, you started to see those rooms of bones become decorated rooms of bones. At first, decorated meant, let's add some art to this existing room of bones. And then it became, let's decorate with the bones themselves.
Themselves. Hell yeah.
Yeah, let's make this metal. We got all these bones.
Oh my
You know, in my hands,
god,
you have
that's fucking
Skull
wild.
bones. You gotta make skull art.
Do you know how much people material you need to make this? Oh my. Oh no.
Yeah, it's a lot.
A lot.
You know, they have ready access to a lot of bones.
Luckily, they were in large supply, it would seem.
Oh my.
This video
my
is
is
brought to
right.
you by, not sponsored, but brought to you by
People
Dr.
would find
Paul
it creepy.
Koudounaris. It is so hard to find information on
Pause. But in a weird way, I think it's actually kind of cool and almost goes back to some like older religious feels. Or like where you do get to like vibe with the dead.
Yeah,
Type of thing.
vibe in with the dirt. Hell yeah, that's what you guys get to do with us
that's so-
twice a week, most of the time on our channel.
Yeah.
Is vibe with the dead. What an awesome thing, and we actually talk back. Unlike your grandpappy. No, I'm just kidding. Oh man, it is cool though, the design. I mean, wild, insane. Like, do you think they did it because they were bored? One day, you know, we have a lot of bones. We could get a little creative with it.
This video is brought to you by, not sponsored, but brought to you by Dr. Paul Koudounaris. It is so hard to find information on the Portuguese charnels, especially in English.
Really?
And he pretty much
Interesting.
wrote the book on it, and he's
The Empire of Death: A Cultural History of Ossuaries and Charnel House. Cool. That'd be a good book to read.
so generous
Whoa, look at that image. That's
Nice.
wild.
Look at that.
with his
That's
information.
cool.
And just a real
Whoa,
winner
fuck.
Whoa.
So
That's
thank you, Dr.
crazy
Paul.
cool.
Yeah,
Skeletons are
wow.
awesome. Evora. God, I really would love to go to Portugal.
We're about
It's
to head
fucking
inside
gorgeous.
the Chapel of Bones, the Capella dos Ochos, which is housed in a former Franciscan dormitory. Now, I know what you're thinking. Caitlin, weren't the masters of bone work of that period Capuchin? Yeah, normally they were, but here in Portugal, they were mostly Franciscan. The message over the chapel door translates to, "We bones are here waiting for yours." Inside the bone chapel, Évora, there are over 5
Fucking metal. We bones are here waiting for yours. Wow. What a
See,
what
I
a
agree with.
Go ahead. I'm
Metal, I
just-
agree.
wow.
I was gonna say I agree with her that often I do like the more natural route, especially as there's more and more people and we have to care about the environment, right? But if I had to be placed in a place, this is pretty crazy.
I want that on my
is pretty
grave.
cool.
Nos osos que va que ve. Oh God, I don't know how to pronounce it. Someone help me in the comments. But nos osos que acve estamos pelos vosos esperamos. Yeah. I butchered that, I'm sure. But we bones are here waiting for yours. Oh my God, what a statement. I would love for someone to be just going through like a graveyard, right? They stumble across mine. It's not in English, it's this version. They like translate it with their phone, and it's just, we bones are here waiting for yours.
I like a lot of cute, like fairy and other oracles. I like a lot of random oracle cards, but I feel like you can make a really cool death oracle. At least a few cards, if not a whole deck off this concept.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just,
Crazy.
that's fucking awesome. Like entryway.
Love
Oh
it.
my God, it kind of reminds me of the entrance to hell. You know, like abandon all hope, ye who enter here. Yeah, the
Inside
kind of
the bone
vibe.
chapel of Évora, there are
Wow.
over 5,000 sets of human remains pulled out of local cemeteries. This charnel has been here since the 1650s and used to be called House of Disillusion. The whole setup here is meant to
I love that name. name, House of Disillusion. It's so perfect.
Is meant to inspire you to repent.
Oh, well, it's
So,
not doing that.
Are you saying that in the 17th and 18th centuries, groups of monks all over Europe got into
I
Repent for
suppose
what?
also,
Thinking
like,
how badass this place is?
and also, I guess, like, think about, like, you know, your spirit in the afterlife. Like, so, like, the monks think about impermanence of life.
Oh,
I
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
get that
yeah.
vibe, or, like, again, like, spiritually connected with the dead more than I get repentance, but...
1 second.
all over Europe got into this really macabre frame of mind and were like, everyone around us is vain and money obsessed and corrupt, and we're going to need to remind them that they're going to die, so they'll reflect and repent to live a more upstanding life. And we're going to
Gotta
accomplish
remind
this
these
through
bitches
elaborate
they
bone
all gonna
decoration
die.
using the remains of thousands of people. Yes, here in Evora, a plaque reads, "Where are you going in such a hurry, traveler? Stop. Do not proceed any further. You have no greater concern than this one. Recall how many have passed from this world. Reflect on your similar end. If by chance you glance at this place, stop. For the sake of your journey, the more that you pause, the more you will progress." Essentially, the more that you pause and take the time to think about your death, the more you'll progress in your journey to understand mortality, grasp how short life is, and how you need to be living a better one. Earlier this year, there was a
I actually kind of love that shit. That's awesome. That's such a cool concept. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would take it exactly the way they intended,
Oh
but I think
yeah,
it's still
same.
really
I was thinking
cool.
the same thing. Like, I definitely would take that a little bit differently than I think they intended at the time. But I still think there's a lesson there, like to
Yeah.
comprehend death and accept the reality of it, and not, I don't know, not, I mean, you probably still end up fearing it a little, but I don't fear
Yeah.
death. It's just I like the idea of greeting death as an old friend, and then just walking into the whatever next with him.
in Urdu, copied from one written several years ago in Indonesian, claiming this charnel in Evora is a Portuguese tourist attraction built using the bodies of 5,000 Muslims killed for not converting to Christianity.
Oh god.
To clear up that conspiracy, it's just some death-obsessed 17th century monks locally sourcing their skulls.
Okay. Locally sourcing.
And because you're wondering, let's talk about these mummies. What are they doing here?
Yeah.
Until recently, they were hanging from the ceiling.
What?
Hanging mummies are actually quite normal in these types of charnels. There have long been rumors about these
Wow.
mummies. In one
Wood base.
What does it take to get the mummy treatment? That's like VIP. But the other guys, you know, my skull's over
You know,
here,
a
but my shin bones are
skeleton-
over there.
You know, a skeleton mummy has been selected to be the main decor of this corner.
Oh my god.
popular story, they were a
You want
father
such an
and
honor.
son who treated their wife and mother very badly. So she put a curse on them that they could never be successfully buried. They have to be forever out in the open, displayed here as a moralizing lesson about being a bad husband and son.
Oh,
But when
damn.
they tested the bodies, they discovered they're ladies. Lady
Oh.
mummies.
Lady Mommy.
So the mummy's
Damn.
initial purpose, the educational or repenting tool they were,
Work
has
mummy.
been lost to
Work.
time.
So we don't know why they are the way they are then, is what I'm getting.
Oh.
That's a shame.
It
That's
could just
interesting
be-
then.
Yeah, I wonder if anybody has any more tales on it, because I wonder if it's just like a choice, a design choice, but then somebody spun like a story over it.
Could be a criminal thing, maybe. I don't know.
True, I don't know.
The Bone Chapel here at Evora is extremely popular. It's one of the most popular charnel houses in Europe. And Evora is a big tourist town in and of itself, and it's #1 on their TripAdvisor.
Oh wow.
And having that sheer number of people here, it can cause problems. There was a fungus growing on the skulls. There were missing
no.
teeth and graffiti, and the mummy.
I'm so sad I'm surprised it's even
But
still
also
around, because that
existential-
skull is gonna
Not the
degrade after a while, right?
graffiti. Not the graffiti.
Actually, it's kind of concerning that people aren't maybe getting the full context of what's going on here. I'll never forget going to my first
really quick.
charm.
I was gonna say I would probably have to fight the urge to want to touch them, but I would fight it out of respect.
I mean, touch them, sure, I could see that, but wanting to like write on them and shit, draw on them.
Yeah, don't write on them with markers.
Not great,
You gotta leave
guys.
for other people to enjoy as well, you know.
Not to mention, some of them probably would just crumble because of the age.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
In Czechia, and walking
Whoa.
in, and there's two American
Holy
dudes,
crap!
and they look up at this cherub on the wall, and one goes, "Dude, what's the deal with that fat baby?" Context
What?
is so important, and I know that I live in this like death positive fever dream, but maybe the right idea is
I appreciate that death positive fever dream, though. God damn it, we need more of that.
that it's still €5 for people from Portugal, but for tourists who would otherwise just like check this off their list and get their selfie, you have to come for an hour and pay €25, and the first half an hour is a lecture and the context and the history of why this was made, and the second half an hour is like quiet contemplation of your own mortality.
Awesome. Well worth the
Disagree
25.
with me, if you will, I can take it, but just a thought.
Campo
Next
Mayor?
stop, not Campo Mayor, because
Oh.
it turns out the priest could not be bought, which I guess is good news.
Damn it. No, priest,
Damn,
be
that
bought.
one looks really
Be bought.
dang. That one looks intricate and like it has a lot. Wow.
Well, and again, even if it's just her,
But they're
her like
renovating,
crew,
so-
let them just do a little bit of a video article. I don't know.
Just a little bit of filming, like even like just 10 minutes.
For educational purposes, please. Well, next.
I've read a lot of reviews and travel blogs of this particular chapel, and most of them say something like,
If you're in the area to get a cup of coffee or lunch across the street, then stop by. But otherwise, it's not really worth it. It's just one room of bones.
how many rooms of bones are required to impress you?
Fair point. I agree with her. What the fuck is he talking about? Two,
That's like
imagine Go ahead. You go ahead. I'll do two after your point.
I was gonna say like that's the point of the thing. Now, if you don't care to see it at all, skip it. Find something else to look at when you're touristing there, because I know you might have limited time. But I mean, that's the point of the channel.
Well, and even beside that point, if well, yeah, again, like, oh my god. Okay, so one, it's a room of bones, brah. That's not a normal occurrence. At least I don't think it is. Two, also, imagine being those bodies in that room and people are talking about you however many hundreds of years later, while they're like, oh, just grab a cup of coffee and a bite and come check out this bone room. And it's just you in that room. I mean, reality is weird, man. Like, keep that in mind, guys. Imagine this. In 400 years, your bones could be just decoration in a room that people are getting coffee and pastries nearby to come and visit.
You know what? Support it, but you must theme the coffee shop to be something ghosty and bony.
That'd be awesome.
Like,
That's like a dream
Yeah.
of mine. Are you kidding me? Holy shit. That'd be the most epic fucking cafe ever. Although I don't know how many people would like drinking around corpses.
You do it like before you go
Next
or
door.
after. You
No, it'd be next door
encapsulated the
in a different building.
Yes.
Yeah.
Literally, the reviews are like,
Don't worry, you can get sardines across the street.
it's Portugal. You can
Sardines?
get sardines everywhere. The decorative scheme in here is Golgotha, the place Jesus was crucified.
Yeah,
You can
Golgotha.
see the skulls form 3 tiers, and at the top was the figure of Jesus being crucified. Except Jesus is missing. He's supposed to be here, he used to be here, being crucified on this pile of bones, but he's
stole the
gone
Jesus?
missing. The connection here is
Someone
historically
robbed
Golgotha is known
Jesus.
as a skull hill. And there's lots of debates on this, whether it's the shape of a skull or that it was a place of execution or burial.
Holy
But
shit.
here in this chapel, they make it very literal. Jesus
Oh,
is
it's just a room of bones, and then the room. Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, are you this is fucking crazy. If you walk into this room without knowing what it is, you'd be like, whoa, wait, whoa, where am I? What the fuck? What am I looking at?
literally on a pile of skulls. There are a little over 1,000 sets of bones inside the chapel, and there's one particular story about where they came from, which is that years ago, there was a secret gathering of people who had converted to Protestantism, and they were struck down by a sudden earthquake that buried them in the rubble, killing them all. And when they dug them out
that's what
of
happened.
the muck and rubble, they were like, oh my gosh, these people were doing secret Protestant things. We need to take their bones and turn them into a Catholic display as an example against people who would try to do this. You will not be surprised to learn that, much like Évora, the bones here actually came from cemeteries and churchyards around this location.
Surprising.
Not sinful secret Protestants.
Pause.
Yeah.
It's like they're doing secret Protestant things, so we will put them in our mystical classic bone display.
To cleanse them, of course. Oh God, what am I looking at?
Oh yeah,
all that
ooh.
guff that I was
Maybe.
giving to
Unless
your
actually, like,
travel
yeah, I
blogger-
do want that.
bloggers.
I ain't on the
Sure,
other
yeah,
hand do
they
not.
can-
Eating
hungry.
across the street from the chapel. But listen,
The bread looks
I'm
good.
eating here as a byproduct of going to visit the Bone Chapel. I'm not visiting the Bone Chapel as a byproduct of eating at this restaurant.
She's so mad at those reviews. Fair enough, I agree. Better. Whoa.
Pretty.
If during this next section you can hear children shrieking in the background, it's because right out this window there is either a daycare or an elementary school, which... Imagine going to elementary school next to this.
Based.
Fuck yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Holy shit, that is crazy to look at. That took
All the little
forever.
And then, like, all the signature bigger skull was within the little rows of their bone.
And look how, like, generally
Amazing.
overall how level they are too. Like, they all are the same, like,
Mhm.
wow. The ones on the ceiling too. Holy shit. Oh my god.
It's not surprising that we would end our
So
journey
many.
here in Faro, in southern Portugal, at the Igreja do Carmo. This chapel was built in the early 19th century, which makes it one of the latest bone chapels, period. You can really see how the design has evolved. This chapel is extremely neat, clean, and neoclassical. I wanted to throw in what Paul Koutanaris wrote about it because I tend to agree. Quote, this charnel is among the strangest of all bone chapels, since the classicizing impulse is so strong here that the structure seems to lose expressive effect. Rigorous order seems as much a theme as mortality, and death winds up feeling somehow less oppressive than it normally does. The bones here are from a cemetery here on the grounds, and it was built by Carmelite
Yeah, very
laymen.
artsy.
So we got your Franciscans, we got your Carmelites, we got them all the monks. I am all for
Don't worry, kids. The daycare taker had to walk away, but the dead got an eye on you, or several hundred eyes on you, so you're all good.
people being able to come
Monks
in
were just
here
like-
and
Oh,
Really wanting to practice their bone art decoration, I think, is
it's
what
the
it
bone. All right, kids, we're gonna redecorate the bone room. Get out your shovels.
not have it be blocked off or behind a rope or something, but you can tell all the skulls above this level are intact, and this level, where tourists can bang into them with their backpacks, they're all broken.
They're all getting
Aw.
broken.
This is where things
Oh,
get
no.
very numerology, very Nostradamus. Everything is in the ratio of 3, a number important in the Bible and possibly connected to the Carmelite crest with its 3
yeah,
stars.
3 stars.
The chapel was constructed with 1,245 skulls. I know what you're thinking.
Damn.
That's not 3. 1 plus 2, 3. 2 plus 4, 6. 4 plus 5, 9. Think about it, people. The question remains to be discussed. Are these charnels disrespectful? Desecration of the dead? Is it wrong that they were ever made at all? These mad fantasies of monks with too much time on
It's
their
hard.
hands?
I feel like that's kind of personal at the end of the day, right? Whether or not you feel like this is offensive, I suppose. I don't know.
I think of the
I don't
people
know.
who probably would have been like Catholic in these areas and like knowing that they needed more space for their bones and that a priest did something like
Yeah,
that
I
they
feel
would've
like
thought
that's where it
spiritual
comes
with
up.
them. I don't think they would have been mad.
Yeah, I feel like
think,
this
but I
isn't
could be wrong.
completely a moral position anyway. Like, I feel like there was like a real life, like, we need to do something with all these bones kind of issue. And so this was a solution that they came up with. I don't know. I think when people are dead, like, I don't know, they're pretty much like, it's like whatever at some point, right? Like, you're dead.
I feel mixed with I often try to be respectful, but at the same time, I'm kind of natural with it too.
Sure.
Like you're dead, so I don't think.
Yeah,
you're
I don't know.
held to
I'm mixed.
your
It doesn't
body.
bother me, guys, but we'd love to hear your opinion as well. Put your opinions in the comments below. Interesting topic for sure.
Desecration of the dead. Is it wrong that they were ever made at all? These mad fantasies of monks with too much
It is
time on
wild,
their
that's for
hands.
sure.
That's
I don't
crazy.
believe
I
they
want to
are
see that thing.
disrespectful, and here's
Freaking
why.
bone
We only
chandelier.
stand for post-mortem consent, and yes, there is an argument to be made that the people in this charnel didn't know their bones would end up quite this way.
Or near a daycare. I don't want to hear children forever. No.
Conspiracy theories we discussed of Catholics stealing Muslim bones or Protestant bones to make their chapels never really happened. There's not that kind of post-mortem violence or punishment.
Yeah, if that was actually verifiably true, then sure that there could be a discussion whether that was wrong, but that's not what's happened.
The Catholic
At least in these
bones the
examples.
walls of these chapels wanted to be buried near the church. And they knew that after
True.
a certain period of time, they'd likely end up charneled, all their bones in one place.
True, this would be a known thing, right? Like in the town, like this would be happening. I don't know. I feel it's
They wanted
fine.
to be prayed for. They
Well-
wanted to be close to priests.
What?
Wow, you see that last picture?
Oh, yeah. The crazy stuff going on in these rooms.
All their bones in one place.
This one, yeah, this is crazy. Wild looking.
They wanted to be prayed for. They wanted to be close to priests and
That's crazy too. Look at the mummies. Like the monks.
monks. They wanted that connection to God. And that's essentially exactly what they got. Their bones were visited, meditated on, prayed for. That kind of attention for your soul, and make no mistake, body and soul are very connected in Catholicism. I can't help but think that many would be pretty content with that situation. Maybe not the tourists stealing their teeth situation, but that's a more modern day issue. Maybe you wouldn't want your bones
Yeah,
used
probably
this
not.
way. But it's never right to assume thoughts and feelings and desires from 400 years ago are identical to ours.
Oh,
Nor
yeah,
would
agreed.
I ever be charneled. After this trip, I have to say I'm all for it. Let the animals eat me, and then if you wish, if it's helpful, use the bones for a decorative charnel. Come on by, meditate on my skull.
Hell yeah. Damn.
And thank you to our patrons, whose trust and generosity allows us to do this work.
All right, there we go. That's the end of the video. We'll leave it there. Oh my god. Really cool video. I
Just-
thought, go ahead.
Yeah. I would say I know there are things in Italy and France where like certain priests and like even children could get mummified and kept. I forget exactly why it always happened. It's been so long since I've watched those documentaries. France even has a whole underground skull like cathedral cathedral tunnel thing, which they don't want to let everyone into
the
anymore.
Paris catacombs, yeah.
So yeah, they used to some crazy stuff used to happen. Which
Oh yeah,
you
it's
think,
wild.
in a weird way, you'd almost think like Christianity, like all of that stuff is like really modernly would be like creepy or demonized. But actually, in a weird way, I kind of like that they were close to it and made art out of it. Actually,
I think it was in an
and
effort
kept
to
it
understand
spiritual
death,
in a way.
right? Like they wanted to
Yeah.
understand that concept of the human experience further. And death is a complex subject. I mean, it is not an easy thing to tackle for most people. I mean, it can be a very difficult concept to want to even think about. And I applaud the effort of these people to incorporate death more wholly in their life and their understanding, and then their appreciation of their life too. Because that's what it feels like to me. Is like when they made this wasn't just like a praising death. It was an appreciation of the life that these deaths represented. You know, like I don't know. I thought it was really cool though. The charnels are awesome. Very neat.
They kept it very arty too.
Yeah, very artistic, very creative.
Looking.
I still wish we could have seen that one that they weren't allowed in. Damn,
Yeah,
but
she gave some pictures of it. We can always look up more because that one was wild.
If there are any locations that you guys have visited that are about this kind of thing, let us know where they are below. We'd love to look them up. Or if you just have any other cool locations that you've been to just in your travels throughout life, let us know that too. We'd love to hear your stories. And leave a like and subscribe. We are getting closer and closer to our 5K goal, which we're gonna have to come up with something to do for that, I feel. But yeah, we're getting closer and closer for that, and we really appreciate all the support, guys. We've been having a lot of fun with this channel, and we can't wait to see how our small slice of the internet here grows even further, and that we too can collect mini skulls.
I was about to say, your skull looking pretty good. Could I maybe decoupage it?
No, how dare. No, I'm still using it. All right, guys, we'll talk to you later. Bye bye.